Hello everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore, and today I am sharing this Starfold card. Now I know what you're thinking, because when I first saw this I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to be so confusing, but it's really an easy one to make. So it will open like this, and then it almost forces you to put a sentiment on the inside. The sentiment I'm using is from the So Many Stars stamp set, and it says sending you love and plenty of cheer. May your days be bright throughout the year. And it's this one here, and I'm using a bunch from this. I'm using the stars for the front, and I am also using the dies, which are the stitch stars. Look at these dies. These are amazing. We are using the largest one. I'm just going to pull that out, and then this one here. So we're using these two, and then we are using all 5 of these. Now these, I'm using them a little bit different than they're meant to be used, but I wanted to add a little bit of accent to that star. And there are 5 of these, so we can cut them all out at the same time. They're actually meant to be used like on the top of the star, like there. But I decided I was going to do it a little bit different. And this time I'm going to actually step it up, and I'm going to use a little bit of foil here. Instead of the real red, I'm going to use the red foil. So this is the card that I'm sharing today, but you're going to be surprised how easy it is to make. So I need to tuck this back in, and with the star on there, it's a little bit more difficult to get it tucked back in, but it will fold back in there. Alright, so this is what I'm sharing. Let's get started with it. You're going to be really surprised how easy this is to make. Alright, so I am using a different pattern because I ran out of the plaid, and I've been using this now like crazy. At first I was hoarding it because it's one of my 2 favorite that I'm using this year. It's this Toile Tidings designer series paper, and so I'm using these leaves, and they are green and red on both sides, so it's really good to use a really nice double-sided designer series paper. This measures 8 3/4 by 10. Now the first thing that we're going to do is you do need a ruler, and you are going to score the 10-inch side in half at 5 inches. And then this is kind of a little bit busy paper, but I am going to show you with my ruler what I'm going to do as far as cutting. So you are going to cut from that point that we marked right there to this corner, and then you are going to cut from that point again to this corner, and you're going to end up having a triangle. So I'm going to get my brand new trimmer out that Stampin' Up is coming out with, and it's not available to customers yet, but I will post when it does become available. Sorry for the glare. I have my overhead light on again because it is kind of dark in here today. And so this opens up like this, and this one's a little stiff because it's brand new out of the box. But I love this trimmer, and it has, look at all the marks it has here, so you can keep all your marks straight. Let me pull it up there, but you can get it out of that glare here a minute. But it has centimeters at the top and then the inches at the bottom. But I love this new trimmer. So we did finally get one, and it is coming out soon, and I will, like I said, let you know. Alright, so for this one, I'm going to line up that point that I marked and the center cut line right here. And we're cutting across to that corner, or to that point we marked, the 5-inch mark. And then I'm going to just turn it and do the other side the exact way. I'm putting that in the crease where it's going to cut, and then I'm going to put this point here in that, and we are going to cut up. So here is your triangle. Save these pieces because they're good for matting things. Alright, so that is all we're going to do right now. We're going to get up my Simply Scored, and I'm going to score this. And it's just easier because I already have it marked on my Simply Scored exactly where we're going to score it. So we're scoring at the 4 3/8 inch mark and the 5 7/8 inch mark. So this is a 3 and 4 3/8 inch mark. And then this one right here is our 5 7/8. So we're scoring it on that side. You're going to turn it to this side now, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to score it from 4 3/8 and 5 7/8. Then you're going to turn it one more time to the other side. So you're scoring all three sides at the same thing, at 4 3/8 and 5 7/8. This is so much easier than it looks. All right, so now we are just going to fold these, and you are going to fold it this way and then up. And then this one you're going to do the same way. You're going to fold it that way and then up. And then this way and then up. And look at, here is your star. What you're going to do is you are going to tuck this in, the one side into here. And that's what keeps your card closed when you tuck it in. So there is your star. That is the basic star right there. All right, so now for the inside, we are going to do basically the same thing. We are taking a piece that is 5 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to grab my trimmer again, and we are going to mark this in half at 2 1/2. And I'm just going to mark it on my scoring here. I'm going to mark it at 2 1/2. And then we're cutting it the exact same way, from that point to the corner. And then from this point, again, to the opposite corner to form that triangle. And this is going to be the inside of our card, the matting part of our card. And when I watched this on Split Coast Stampers, and she did not show anything about how to mat it or add the front decorations or anything, so I am showing you all of that now. We're going to go ahead and she just showed the basic card. And I'm sorry I don't remember the name now. And then this is going to fit perfectly in here, and we're going to stamp on this. And I got the green on the outside this time, but that's okay. It's no matter, whatever you want on the outside, just create whatever you want. And then I'm going to go ahead, and this one I'm going to stamp real red on the inside. And we're going to use the same sentiment. And I'm going to stamp that here. All the sentiments in here are really nice. And I didn't use my little mat. This has been a real lifesaver for me, this mat. I love this mat. If you don't have one, you have to have one. And then we're going to stamp some of the garden green. We're going to stamp these little stars here. Just to give it a little bit of decoration on the inside. All right, now we're going to close this back up. Again, don't forget to tuck that in for your star there. It's just like tucking in, you know, when you tuck in a box. It's the same way. I always have to think about which side I have to tuck in. But all right, so now we are going to stamp. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the larger star here, this time with the green, so it brings out that green part. So I'm going to do the garden green. And we're going to stamp this one, so we're just going to do it a little bit different. And then I'm going to stamp the smaller one in the real red. And we're going to cut both of these out. And then we're going to cut our little red foil pieces. So let me grab the Big Shot really quickly. Okay, so we are using this larger star, and you need to make sure that's even all the way around so it doesn't look funny. So try to space it out evenly. I'm going to use that for that. And then this one's going to go on here. And we're going to run these through. And we'll have our stars cut out that we need for this. So there's our one, and here's our other one. I'm going to scoot these out of the way, put these back on my magnet sheet, and then we're going to grab the red foil. I thought maybe it'd give it a little more pizzazz, and we're going to cut out all of these little pieces, all 5 of them. See if I can get them closer together so I can get them all on. I can use that bottom part for the next one. Alright, so let's run these through. I'm going to run it back because this is foil. Likes to stick to this too, especially the new ones. I'm going to get all those little pieces out. Okay, we have all these pieces, and it comes out they come out rather easily. If you really want it to just fall out, you can just use your precision plate for that. Alright, so we are going to add these to the star. We're going to add it to the big one, and I'm going to use some wet glue for that. And we're just going to put wet glue on all these corners. And then we're going to just lay those down there. I don't know what it's going to look like with the foil, but I thought maybe it'd just kind of jazz it up a little bit. I like it with the real red, but let's add a little sparkle to this. Alright, so move that over, and you have to wait just a few minutes because, ooh, that's pretty. And just make sure you have them straight on there. And you do have to, you know, wet glue takes a few minutes to dry. Alright, I'm going to set that there, bring in our star card back, and I'm going to attach this. Now to attach it, you want your point at the top here, and you're going to only attach it to this one corner right here. So we're going to just attach it here so that we can pull our card apart again. So I'm going to use wet glue again, and I got to make sure it's on the right part. So I want it on here, here, and then you're going to just set that down. Got to make sure I got it in the right place. I'm just going to set that down, and then we are going to add with a dimensional, and I'm going to use the end here of my dimensionals. We're going to add this one. Just in the middle. Alright, so that is it. So now you can pull this apart, and your front piece is still attached. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to fold these two in here, and you got to be a little bit more careful now with this. These are still a little bit wet, so I need to be extra careful. And then you're just going to tuck this one underneath here. And then you have your star again. Make sure everything's dry, because I can see I can still move these little things. So make sure your star is all dry before you go to put it back together. Alright, so here's the other one. You can make these, here's another added suggestion. You can punch a hole in here and make these as ornaments, and they could be like little cards that you give your friends and relatives when they come to your house. They're really cute. They'd really be cute on a Christmas tree too. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this. It's fun technique. I hope you do try it for yourself. Everyone, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video, and have a blessed one. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later, everyone. Bye.